Well, hello all. My name's David, and you are welcome to David's Birdroom. Come on in. Well, come on in now because it's the end of December 24, and that's another season finished. The show season's finished, the breeding season's finished. Now we're into that sort of quiet season where we're getting the birds ready in preparation for the next year's breeding preparations. What I'll do in this wee show, I'll give you a wee quick look at what I do here during the holiday times. A bit of cage cleaning, a bit of tidying up, making room, making clean and tidy for the incoming season, 2025 breeding season, here in David's Birdroom. I have another show coming up about how the show season got on, but for now, this one is just a wee quick. I'll let you see what's happening here, what I do in David's Birdroom. So this is what I get up to during the holidays here in David's Birdroom. Well, now we're at the end of December, breeding season's finished, shows are finished, birds are all sorted out. Most, if not all, of my spare canaries have all been moved on to new homes. And I have selected my breeding team for the 2025 season. So now the breeding team, the hens are all in the flight, cockbirds are all in a big flight, getting nice fresh seed, water and being well looked after over the next couple of months in preparation for the breeding. So this is something else I do. The cages that the birds were all in. The cages then are all stripped apart. The fronts are all took off. Perches, feeders, drinkers, they're all removed and washed, dried and put away. The fronts all took off. Remove the trays, scrape any spare seed, dirt that's lying on the bottom of them. Take them all out, give them a good wash. I'm lucky enough that my cages, they're all made of melamine wood. So with the melamine, it's a nice hard surface that you can wash. So I give them a good scrub down, put a nice bit of detergent on it, removes any bits of soiled dirt that's stuck to the back, from after the breeding season. So they're all given this good scrub down, dried off. The fronts are all done the same. The cage fronts, they're all removed. They're given a good wash down in the front and the back, the sides, and everything's all clean. So as you can see in front of us here, the top row, no perches on, the cages that have no perches on, you can see that they have been cleaned out and all sitting, and they will be all sitting empty throughout the winter months prior to the breeding season. So there'll be no birds, there's no sand, sawdust, nothing in the cages. So there's no parasites, mites or anything out there can get a chance to live and multiply within the cages because there's nothing there at the first place. All is nice and clean and all ready for the incoming season. So perches all removed, washed, dried, put away, and fronts then all put back on the cages. So a lot of scrubbing, cleaning, and this is what you do in that spare time. There never is a spare time in the birdroom. Seasons all roll into each other. You've and this is the great thing about keeping the birds to show, because it gives you the seasons, it gives you the reason to do everything each month, especially with canary and native finch type birds that are seasonal breeders that will breed come the springtime and into the early summer. Then you finish them off the late summer, they get to molt, they get the young ones all out, you get them all prepped, you're getting them all tidied up, selected what birds that you're going to put into the show season come the autumn time, which is from the late September, October into November, or starting off October, November and into December is the show season. So then after the show season, you select all the birds that you're going to keep for your next year, your next spring breeding season. So there's always something to do in the birdroom when breeding seasonal birds. So now we're coming into the sort of the quiet period. Now the quiet period soon moves on into the preparation period for breeding. You will be starting to work with the extended light hours that are outside. The daylights will start to get longer, start to get brighter, and your birds will then start to see that the days are getting longer, and that's what spurs canaries and the native finches into their breeding. And if you're using lights in your birdroom, you must try and replicate that natural daylight timing. If you want to start them earlier, you start your lights early and gradually build them up till you have the full daylight hours of which the birds are comfortable and get themselves into good condition for breeding. So far now, we're at the winter period, cages all cleaned out, perches, feeders, everything are all put away, all nice and cleaned and dried, and I will put them back in again in another couple of months. So I would say come February, I will start putting all back into the cages again and starting to sort of figure out when and how I'm going to pair up all my birds. But for now, it's the Christmas holidays, and this is what I'm doing here in Davidsbirdroom. So not only has the work been going on in Davidsbirdroom, but also here in Davidsbirdroom, the outdoor aviary, a few changes have been made. Originally, you could see the aviary would have been like so, without the cages here on the right hand side. A new set of cages built there. My next wee plan is below that set of cages. This space below it is going to be made into 3 individual flight cages. So we'll have a set of 4 breeding cages at the top, a set of 3 decent sized flight cages at the bottom. It gives me a 4-foot walkway right down the centre with cages on either side. On the left hand side, a set of 4 breeding cages on the top and a set of 4 cages along the bottom. At the very bottom, I'm going to use that space as storage space. So that'll go along there and that'll be all tidied up and that'll be used as storage space. That'll give me 12 breeding cages within the flight. 12 breeding cages plus 3 flight breeding cages. I've also, new to outside flights, I put lights on it. And we can see we're on here now, midday, it is clear outside. But if the lights was off, it's dark enough on here during the daytime. So the lights on now during the day, during the natural daylight hours only. My plans for that was I can actually condition my birds here in the outdoor aviary exactly the same as my birds indoors in Davidsbirdroom. In years past, if I decided to bring the birds on earlier in Davidsbirdroom, I can control the lights, but I couldn't do that with my outside birds. So this meant that my outside birds were coming into breeding condition on their own late March, beginning of April. But now with the use of nice daylight bulbs within the flights, I then can control the daylight hours that the birds are getting outside. Hopefully bringing all my birds into breeding condition at the same time. It actually helps, it makes the season shorter. If the birds are breeding indoor earlier and then the boys outside are coming on a later date, the breeding season can be extended by an extra month, 2 months. This way I'll keep the breeding season all to the one time. So first time this year trying lights in my outside aviary for the breeding season. We'll let you know as the season goes on how it works out. If it was any better, any worse, we'll see. I'll let you all know as the breeding goes along. But for now, what we have on here, we have got my lesser and mealy redpolls are all flying the length of that flight cage there. So they actually have a 9-foot flight cage from there to there. So there's about 7-8 birds in there in a 9-foot cage. Plenty of room to fly about, keeps them happy, healthy and fit during the winter time. On the side we have a few spare cockbirds, cockle lessers, a few spare Siskins cockbirds, and the mealy cockbirds are all on this side. Same again, we'll see how they all get on. They've all got that 9-foot flight cage. I'll let you all know how things work out. So my next wee project, as I say, is building my 3 flight cages. Have a look at the mess now, and you will see in probably the next episode of Davidsbirdroom how we get on. I hope you've all had a good Christmas. I hope you've all had a good show season, and I hope you've all been preparing for that incoming breeding season where possibly you will breed that potential show winner for 2025. So lads, ladies, great talking to you all during the year, meeting you out and about in the show scene, chatting to you here from Davidsbirdroom. The feedback I've been getting from everyone from all around the world has been absolutely mind-blowing, and it's been great sharing what I have here in Davidsbirdroom with you all over the world. Again, thank you very much for being part of Davidsbirdroom and letting me share with you what I have here. For now, everyone, take care, and I will see you all probably next month with another edition of Davidsbirdroom. Come on in. For now, everybody, have a good holiday, and I'll see you all in the next show. Take care. Bye-bye.